Hey everyone, it's Norm Farrar for Legion Live. This is our weekly 1 o'clock or 1:30 call. We try to hit 1:30 when our guest shows up, but sometimes we don't show up until a little bit, they're late, but that's okay. Anyway, we're going to be talking about external traffic and how to get a sales bump this year, not only in the holiday season, but going forward. And my guest just won Best Speaker at the Seller Meetup Awards. So
technically, the only person you could vote for was you couldn't even vote for me. You had to vote for Norm Farrar.
So
it
was
won. Technically you won.
Did I get the prize money?
There wasn't any prize money. Not at this one. I know.
Sure,
I really
you probably got prize money, but you never let me know about it. Anyways, let's get going about external traffic. But before we do that, I just want to remind people that we have a great site. We have a great Facebook group, a Facebook group that has tons of engagement. On the YouTube channel, over 5,600 or over 6,000 people now in the Facebook group. There's a few thousand. So anyways, make sure you check those out. Private Label Legion, both on YouTube and over on Facebook, the Facebook group. How's that? Am I getting it out of my mouth correctly? There we go. Over to you, Paul. Take it away.
What do you want me to say?
Who are you? What do you do?
Oh, who am I and what do I do? For those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Paul Barron, and I have been selling in the e-com space not as long as Norm, but I guess now 6.5 years, 2015. So it's kind of crazy how quickly the internet moves. Like, you make reference to things being like, oh my gosh, so long ago, and you're talking about like 2 years or something like that. So I've kind of made a name for myself in this community, in the e-commerce community, as like a chatbot guy. I don't know what people say. I don't know if Kevin calls me like the chatbot master or something. I don't know what he calls me. So there's that. And then I have an agency called the Chat Agency, and we do done for you chat marketing solutions for business owners. And so one of the things that we're geeking out now with chat marketing automation is Instagram Direct. It's new, it's open to people to use. And if you have an Instagrammable brand, like, it's super powerful. The stuff that you can do, automating direct messaging right inside Instagram is really cool. Okay. It's like going back in time to when it just was released on Messenger. It's almost as good.
Well, and we're going to touch on those. So today we want to talk about external traffic and how we can drive traffic either over to Amazon or how to build our sales for the holiday season, but even onward. So what are a couple that are coming to mind? You just mentioned the chat bot. So driving traffic through Instagram. Can you talk about that a bit?
Yeah, I can talk about that. So in a nutshell, if you are familiar with chatbots, even if you're not. So when I say chatbot, I'm not talking about the type of like on-site little plugin that helps answer questions. That is a chatbot. That's a type of a chatbot. What I'm talking about is the ability to proactively engage with people. Like, it's actually top of funnel. So lead generation, so marketing automation using chat. So some of the things that we can do on Instagram Direct, one of my favorite features is the automating direct messages based on a comment on any post. It's called the comment growth tool. And so if you're familiar with ManyChat, you understand what I'm talking about. If you're not, in a nutshell, think of it like this. So let's say, I make a post, or I see, say this is Norm's business. Say Norm set this up, and I'm wanting to buy beard products or something. So say he has a little post that says, tap the button to get 40% off, delivered directly in Instagram Direct or something. Or actually, sorry, this is a comment growth. So let's say you would say, we're doing a giveaway, message us the word beard or something, or reply with the word beard, comment the word beard below.
Fabulous beard would be more
fabulous beard. Or you could say, tell us a story about, the worst beard grooming experience you've had in your life, or something silly, right? Getting people talking. The point is, they comment. When they comment, you set up a trigger so that it would automatically, like, ManyChat would be looking at that post. Anytime somebody comments, that's when the automation takes over.
Mhm.
And you would basically set it up so that it's like, again, choose your own adventure sort of thing, where it could be very simple, like, hey, thanks for your comment. The discount code is this. Could be just one message. Or it could be, let's say you're trying to do a giveaway and you're getting people to enter the giveaway. So they have to give you their name and their email address and that sort of stuff. So you could run all of that in Instagram Direct too. So you could ask, it could be, a lot of steps. It could be one step. You could have multiple choice options, like, do you have how big is your beard, or what are your common concerns? Do you have dry face, or do you wish it was fuller, or was it more patchy, or something? You get my point, right?
Right.
Any sort of data that you're trying to gather, you can now automate directly on Instagram. And this is great for brands, like the beard care brand, because it's a very visual thing, or, pet supplies, baby supplies, baby products, fitness products, beauty products, anything that you would normally see that does well on Instagram. This is a really good, like an awesome solution for.
How hard is it to set that up? Is it fairly simple?
It's as simple as you want it to be.
Mhm.
The biggest barrier to entry that I see for people is you do need to understand how the tool works. And, again, I'm referencing ManyChat. I use ManyChat. So if you don't understand how the tool works, you're going to have to take a little bit of time to learn it. ManyChat has a great free course. You can just take it, watch it, get it done in a day, and then start testing. If you're like me and you'd rather say, screw it, you can just hire people, and that's what we do. But it's really not that complex. I think the biggest barrier to entry is it's just unknown. It's a new thing. And I think, most Amazon sellers, we're constantly deluged with, like, there's this cool thing, and there's this cool thing, and there's this cool thing. And then you have a bunch of people trying, 50 things on a very half-assed, like,
Right.
because they are spreading themselves so thinly. So it's not that complicated, but it is complicated enough that you have to give it a good go. You can't just test it once and say, well, we didn't get results, so it doesn't work. That's like saying, cars don't work because they can't drive if you don't know how to drive. You can't just assume that all cars are broken. No, it's just you don't know how to drive. So that's generally, again, it's everybody's unique. If you're kind of like me and you like to geek out and learn, it would be a good option for you to do it yourself. Again, there's other like my agency, there's other agencies that do this too.
Right. All right, Sensei. So what's the next one?
You love this, gift guides.
I was just going to talk about that. What did I?
Oh wait, sorry. I thought.
Okay.
I ruin it? I ruined it.
Mute Paul. Gift guides. It's a really great thing to talk about right now. We use gift guides. We use gift guides quite a bit in our business. But the problem with gift guides right now is that it might be tough to get into a gift guide. It'll probably be very tough to do it. But I'm just saying, Paul, you can add on to this. But one of the things that you can do for Valentine's Day, Father's Day, Mother's Day, any of these holidays, or even just to be on or to get into the gift guides, you can search, just go and search them out on Google, check them out, check your niche, check your association. So if there's associations, maybe in the baby niche or in the pet niche, you can check that out and see if there's any gift guides in there. By gift guides, you probably look at magazines, but you could just type it in, either dog or a specific breed, Chihuahua gift guides. Or you could go to companies like a Wirecutter, which is owned by the New York Times. It's huge. If you can get in there, that's great. Even on Amazon, if you can get into the editorial recommendations, that's kind of a gift guide. It's kind of a gift guide. It's an affiliate site, and you'll get a bump in sales if you can get on there. Some people are finding it hard to get into the editorials, but there's companies out there that will help you out with that at a price, of course. But I'm not sure if you have anything more to say about gift guides, Paul.
Well, this is more of a general bit of advice, not just gift guides, but press coverage, like soft press coverage. So this is like blogs. It could be, generally speaking, it's kind of lower tier magazines. Sometimes you can get higher tier magazines, and I'm like, we got a placement on parents.com because of this, and it's just using HARO, help a reporter out. And so You could do the manual search, like, go to Google. HARO is a free service. It'll send you a digest every week. I would recommend paying for it's $50 a month. You don't need to pay for it every single month, but especially like, say you're wanting to do it now. Yeah. Can I share my screen?
Sure.
Okay. So we were just walking one of our clients at the chat agency. Actually, we're talking about Q4 marketing strategies. And one of the strategies that I was talking about is like leveraging HARO. So he's in the cooking space. So this is the paid, the background, like, again, this like, to get this, it's $50 a month.
Yep.
I highly recommend it. Otherwise it's free. And basically the free version just sends you everything, all of the HARO queries. So let's go to the home page here. However many hundreds they are, they get delivered to your inbox. Is it once a week, Norm, or is it every day? I can't remember.
I believe it's every day.
I think it's every day, yeah. And I think you do like a weekly digest as well. So I just put in chef, right? So I'm doing keyword search here. So say that you're in the cooking niche. This is a great one right here. Home chef gift guide, working on a gift guide for home chefs and foodies. They're looking for best-selling gadgets, small appliances, et cetera.
Now, you didn't have to go and check. You didn't approach them. They actually approached you using HARO. They want content. Is that correct?
Right. So these are people that are looking for content. So HARO, help a reporter out. These are reporters, bloggers, content creators that are looking for sources. And it runs the gamut from, actually television, live TV appearances, to print magazines, to most of the time it's blogs. Most of the time it's not super high-end blogs too. And so like this, it's not going to show who's pitching this. Now this is showing like seeking chefs, baking experts for Insider. So that says right there, I don't know if that's Insider Magazine or the show, but that's actually a tier 1 or tier 2. That's a big placement right there. So let's say that you sold baby products. Now, or well, let's say, yeah, let's just do baby. So is it safe to lick your baby? And that's the funny thing about this is like, okay, best books to bring to a baby shower. Get your product on my blog before Black Friday. So Brenda Johnson blog. So we already pitched this and we used Rochelle's bio. So it'll show like we already pitched this one.
I want to know if you submitted to knowing about licking your baby.
I don't know. I'll find out. Is it safe to lick your baby? I don't know. How is it
maybe that's a new reality show.
I just want to know why.
That is crazy. So, but the HARO is something that's not used that often, not used by too many people. And there's so much content that you can get. Like, we started off with gift guides, but gift guides are just a ton of promotion that's going to drive a ton of traffic over to you. HARO is another way. You could promote, and this would be an ongoing long-term plan, but with press releases or blog articles. What are your thoughts? I know we talk, like you and me and Tim, when we get together, we talk about influencers, but how about using influencers to drive traffic?
I mean, that's fantastic. And it really, how effective that's going to be is going to determine what type of influencer you're working with, right? And it's not just type and scale and size, but like, for example, TikTok. TikTok is fantastic for converting to sales right away. We were just looking at the numbers for one of our clients. Again, we got a placement with an influencer on TikTok. The video got 113,000 views, and he made last count, it was about 20 sales. So we know then there's another one, and I would have to see. I had to leave the meeting early, but I have to see like how many that video resulted in sales. And so we can say, okay, so every basically 100,000 views, we get 20 sales. If we can amplify that, if we can sponsor that video, because you can do that in Creator Studio or part of TikTok advertising. One of the best like ways that you can grow your brand is, let's say you do something like that organically, and then you promote it. Then you turn that into a paid post, a sponsored post. Anyway, so we could say if he gets 100,000 or 500,000 views, then that's 90 sales or 80 sales, whatever. My my brain. I didn't sleep much last night, but you get the point. TikTok is great for driving sales. Instagram, my method of Instagram influencer build out is really focusing on the small, the nano, and the micro market. And that's effective at scale. So once you have 20, 30, 40, 50 influencers that are about, 1,000 to 10,000 in following range, then you start seeing a good bump in traffic.
Right.
But it's not something you're going to see right away. And generally speaking, the Instagram influencers aren't going to drive those sales as aggressively from the start, just because the platforms are different. Instagram is a lot more like slow build growth over time. TikTok is like in the moment right now, like right away. And let's say you wanted to work with an influencer on TikTok, like Gracie Ryback, for example. You could contact her. She runs an Amazon deals channel. And so people go to her looking for deals. Like if you just found it on TikTok, or I think I can't remember, TikTok made me buy it, that hashtag. Most of those things are driving to Amazon. TikTok made me buy it. Or like if you just go to TikTok and you start looking up like Amazon finds, there's all sorts of videos, like things you didn't know you needed, from Amazon. And Gracie was telling me last week, one of the clients that she worked with, she ran, it was like $77,000 in sales in one day from a video that she did that went viral. So that's obviously like hitting it out of the park, home run, grand slam. Don't expect that all the time. Results not typical sort of thing. But if you wanted to set aside a little bit of money, because you're going to pay up front for that placement. That's not something that you're giving them for free, because these people, that's how they make money, right? They built a following, millions of people that go to their channel specifically to find these products. So to work with them, first and foremost, it needs to be a fit for their audience, right? If all they do is promote baby products, and then you want to start promoting carburetors, they're not going to work with you.
Right.
So you can work with influencers that way. That's a pay to play model. Generally, it's going to cost you couple grand up front. And you might be able to negotiate some stuff on trailing commission. Quite frankly, most influencers are very shy about commission only deals. Most of them will not do it because there is no transparency in the commission. Like all of that, they're trusting you as a seller to tell them the truth, right? Anyway, so that's one type. You could do, like I said, the slow method where you're building stuff up over time. It's fantastic. All the benefits from that. I mean, I have whole speeches on it. I'm not going to go into the subject, but it's a fantastic benefit.
Okay. Now we're running a little short on time, but I did want to cover one other form of driving external traffic. And that could be through building up your own email list and using either email marketing or, just slow, again, that could be slow growth, or it could be through an insert that you put in your product to drive people over to your website to grab their names and then send them out emails. And to continually do this, you can actually, I'm just going to back up a bit. If you've got brand analytics now and you are building a following on Amazon, so if you'll see the follow button on your posts or on your Amazon Live, to drive traffic over there, to get people to follow you, there is something under your brand. So your Seller Central brands, drop down brand analytics, you'll see it called customer experience. And you can create custom emails that'll go out for new offers, new product launches, really cool things that are either driven to your repeat customers or to people that follow you. So I think that's a great idea, and also showing how Amazon is trying to get you to build your brand.
Yeah.
But on that note, do you do anything outside of Amazon to drive traffic, either through email campaigns or anything like that?
Do I do anything? What do I not do would be a better question. I want to touch on that point though. So that button, that follow button, that is probably one of the biggest hidden gems that people are not utilizing right now. And this comes back to the power of both brand building, one, focusing on audience growth and treating all your audience, ascending them to become influencers or brand ambassadors. So I'm going to show you this, my little screen here. This is I call the anatomy of an amazing insert is what I call it. So this is super simple. It's an insert. I bought a new GoPro this year. Here it is on my desk. And this was inside it. I am an insert geek. I save almost every insert that I get, even if it's bad, because I like to look at it. And I'm a fan of human psychology. Like what's motivating me to do this? Now I say this because I took action on this. So here's the breakdown. First, you have 1 simple, clear call to action. 2, you have 4 amazing reasons why you should take that action. And then 3, you have 2 ways to take that action. So this is the what, the why, and the how. It's very straightforward, very simple. Best thing about this, let's say that you're running this into a chat marketing funnel. I would use what's called a deep link or an app link and have this open in Messenger. So what that is, a deep link looks at your phone that's scanning this. And it's basically a code that says, if this app is installed, open in the app.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, if the app is not installed, it will generally go to the web version. So it would go to messenger.com and ask somebody to sign in. That's not a good user experience. The other thing that you could do sometimes with deep links, and this is what we do, is you could actually, if the app is not installed, have it go to a landing page with like Typeform so that you're still capturing the data. From here, what you do with the data, the way that my brain works in marketing is funnels. This is top of funnel. This is a lead magnet. That's how you're getting people into your funnel. The middle of the funnel section is where you're gathering data of any type. If this is a product registration, which it is, I would add what's your purchase, your order ID, pull that from Amazon and then get, okay, this is, making sure it matches their name and all that sort of stuff. Ask them if they want to subscribe to Insider Only Deals via email. That's getting them to opt into your email channel. Ask them if they want to opt in for communication on SMS. That's getting them to opt in for SMS. So in this one channel, if it's funneling through Messenger, you get a subscriber in Messenger, email, and SMS. So then you have 3 touch points. If you wanted to take it a step further, or I always do this too, I ask, what's your preferred method of communication? If we had a discount, how would you like us to let you know? They'll tell you. And so if you're doing this, right, so up to 50% off, new product releases like GoPro's doing, then you could get them to opt in via SMS and then text them when you have a new product launching. I mean, that's one method. What I do is in this funnel is actually it's register your product. I get them to sign up to become an influencer. Why? Because the influencers are the most powerful source of like traffic that we have in our brand, because from the influencers, then we can say, oh, by the way, make sure you go follow us on Amazon. Oh, by the way, could you make a post? Like, because in our influencer program, we would say, hey, we're really doing a push now to get people to subscribe and follow us on Amazon. We need you all to make a post, over the next couple weeks talking about that. Whoever drives the most subscriptions wins a prize. Very simple, right? Not rocket science, but this is, again, this insert anyone can do. Dead simple. There's minimal those are icons. You can get open source icons on the internet. I mean, it's blue and white, a QR code, a headline. There's no reason that you shouldn't be using something like this in your business.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. I like what you were showing there. All right, so there's about, I think 4 or 5 tips that we gave everybody. Simple tips that you can go out and increase your sales, not only during the holiday season, but ongoing. And especially the last one that you were talking about, having that insert that could drive so much more traffic. Okay, so I think that's it for today. How do people contact you, Paul?
I'm in the group here, so you could just tag me in a post here in the group. Okay. That'd work, or go to thechatagency.com. If you tag me in a post and I don't see it, it's because I have Facebook alerts turned off so that I can be sane and focus and work. But yeah, thechatagency.com, and we have a little chat bot that'll pop up and you can guide you through some stuff, and multiple ways.
Okay, sir, thanks for being on Legion Live today. Everybody, I hope you enjoyed the content today. If you want more great content, check out our Facebook group or check out our YouTube channel. We're putting up content all the time, almost daily. I think that's it for today. I'm Norm Farrar, and we'll see you next week, and hopefully with my partner, Tim Jordan.